Okay, welcome back to the channel. It is October 4th, 7:15 p.m. I'm here in South Florida, and we have finally broken the summer, and it's kind of beautiful out at night now, which is nice for us. So tonight I want to talk about a topic. I just heard the term involuntary narcissistic rage. Involuntary narcissistic rage. And I just actually heard that for the first time. Jim Carrey used it as an example of what golf means to him. I'm sure it was parody, but involuntary narcissistic rage. I encountered this frequently in this relationship because uh, apparently there was just so much shit talk and there was so many lies and there was just so much incredulousness in the conversation that every now and then I just had to call out, the most egregious of the bullshit, and that would start a fight or an argument or some sort of disagreement that ultimately led to some sort of rage. Now, this rage doesn't have to be throwing things all over the room, although uh, did experience a little bit of that. This is an internal rage where this particular girl starts to breathe shallowly and allows her indignancy to build up into an internal rage where she'd get very upset and uncontrollable or unconsolable and would say to me things like, "Come over here and feel my heart, how it's racing." And of course, a person who takes caffeine pills and Adderall and Xanax and drinks heavily, of course, they're going to have a regular heartbeat and they're going to have uncontrollable physical responses to their mental challenges or the things that they're thinking, their thoughts. Uh, I believe that there's no such thing as anxiety, and there shouldn't be anxiety pills because the most anxious people I've ever met are the ones that take Xanax or some other psychotropic drug. But anxiety, of course, is your thoughts, and these thoughts have become uncontrollable. Generally, it was around lying about a conversation with an ex-boyfriend or uh, just after a conversation with an ex-boyfriend. There was always an ex-boyfriend texting or calling, and she would tell me about a lot of it, but that doesn't mean she told me about all of it. And it's like I don't want to hear about that. I just thought that people should just be blocked, deleted, and no longer a part of her life if she wanted to have something to move forward. Because I mean, by the time a girl's 50, she's got a flock of people that from her life who still want a piece, and uh, if that person is leading on that other person to believing that they can get another piece, well, they're going to continue. So it's hard to say what triggered any of these things. Generally, it was a a level of nonsense in the conversation that just needed to stop. I'd make a comment that challenged whatever the topic was, and she didn't have a lot of topics, so we're not talking about a broad-based life here. It was usually surrounding one of her kids or one of the ex-friend. There was a list of ex-best friends that this girl had just to go through. She doesn't talk to her mother. She doesn't talk to her father. She doesn't talk to her brother. She doesn't talk to any of her best friends that she had her whole life. There's a falling out, the Italian grudge, she would call it. But the bottom line is she has no circle. The only circle she has are men that have been inside of her and men that believe that they're going to be back inside of her. And all they have to do is get with her. She's going to drink a half a liter of vodka and they're going to be inside of her. So this is not a uh, a successful person that has a variety of activity, friends of different genre, and belongs to no club other than the club of herself. So this involuntary narcissistic rage is something that I believe, and I'm sure the psychologists will tell you, is just another form of attempt at control, because the narcissist doesn't believe they have any control over their life, so they must always try to control whatever it is that they're involved with, because this control somehow satisfies their fear for that moment. But because they have an anxiety way of thinking, there's no way that they're actually going to be relieved for any long period of time. Now, during sex, there is probably the exception where there's no time for anxieties and fears, but it's after the sex. And there's only so long it can go. Although we were into marathon sessions, which was nice, was fun, and it was the only way to stop the uncontrollable. Um, what's the word she used to use? Ruminating. Yeah, ruminating. The uncontrolled ruminating in her mind, where I am a very peaceful, relaxed person, and I believe that all you got to do is the effort to be on the right path, and you get to where that path takes you just as a matter of rote. It's just the way it is. Uh, these people, they just have so many uncontrollable fears. It does turn into rage. And when you see this, you have to know that this is a mental illness that's not curable, because it's derived by thought. So if you have any comments, I'd like to hear them. Please help grow the channel. We're up to 124 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was only 85, 90, 95 a month ago. So I appreciate all the help. Peace out.